Controlling the senses, the path of a true devotee. A person who cannot control his senses cannot have steady intelligence or spiritual understanding. Therefore, one must learn how to master the restless senses. In the scriptures, one who has conquered the senses is called a Goswami. Go means senses, and Swami means master. So a Goswami is one who is not a servant of the senses, but their controller. At present, the conditioned soul identifies with the temporary material body and forgets his real spiritual nature as an eternal servant of Krishna. Because of this false identification, he runs after bodily pleasures, which are momentary and filled with suffering. Real happiness belongs to the soul, not the body. The soul finds joy only in loving service to the Supreme Lord. Krishna explains in the Bhagavad Gita that those who are too attached to sense enjoyment and wealth lose their determination for devotional service. Their minds become confused and they cannot fix themselves in Krishna consciousness. Such persons remain bound by illusion, searching for happiness in the material world but never finding peace. The Vedas mostly discuss the actions and reactions of the three modes of nature: goodness, passion, and ignorance. But Krishna instructs Arjuna to rise above these modes. He says, "Be free from dualities, O Arjuna, and be steady in the self." This means that we must become free from material desires, anxieties, and dependence on gain or loss. Real sense control does not mean suppression but engagement. When the eyes see the form of Krishna, when the tongue chants his holy names and tastes his prasadam, when the ears hear his glories, and the hands serve his mission, the senses become purified. Controlled senses bring us nearer to God, while uncontrolled senses drag us deeper into illusion. Therefore, a true devotee always remains alert, chanting and remembering the Lord. By His mercy and the guidance of the spiritual master, one becomes a real Goswami and experiences the peace and happiness of the soul. Following the path of Srila Rupa Goswami and the great Acharyas, we can cross over illusion and attain eternal service to the Supreme Lord Shri Krishna. This is the perfection of human life. Who am I? What is the purpose of this human form of life? Who is the God, the Supreme Controller? What is my relationship with Him? And what is the difference between material and spiritual existence? Our human life is too short, and there is danger and anxiety at every step. Though we all hanker for peace and happiness, we often end up in distress and disappointment. Why? Because we are searching for peace in the temporary, material world, forgetting our eternal spiritual nature. After wandering through 8.4 million species of life, we have finally attained this rare human birth. But this life is not meant just for eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. It is meant for self-realization, to discover who we truly are, why we are suffering, and what the real purpose of our existence is. His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, Founderacharya of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, ISKCON, who has mercifully given us the answers to all these eternal questions through his divine books, Bhagavad Gita as it is, Srimad Bhagavatam, and many more. These are not ordinary books. They are transcendental guides that awaken our dormant love for God and lead us back home, back to Godhead. If you truly wish to attain lasting peace, spiritual happiness, and liberation from the cycle of birth and death, start reading Srila Prabhupada's books today. Each verse, each purport, is a step closer to your real self and your eternal shelter in the Lord. You can find Srila Prabhupada's books, which are available in many languages at any ISKCON temple, center, or order them online. Don't let this rare human life slip away. Read, reflect, realize. The time is now. Bhagavad Gita as it is. This has transformed countless lives worldwide, revealing the original purpose of life and guiding seekers toward true meaning and inner peace. Srimad Bhagavatam, translation and commentary. Chaitanya Charitamrita, translation and commentary. Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Beyond birth and death. Coming back, the science of reincarnation. A second chance, the story of a near-death experience. The science of self-realization. Raja Vidya, the king of knowledge. The journey of self-discovery. The quest for enlightenment. Beyond illusion and doubt. Life comes from life. Easy journey to other planets. The law of nature and infallible justice. Finding our lost happiness. Message of Godhead. Civilization versus transcendence. Dialectic spiritualism, a Vedic view of Western philosophy. Consciousness, the missing link. Modern times, Vedic perspective. Dharma, the way of transcendence. Bhakti, the art of eternal love. Spiritual yoga. The path of highest pleasure. Veda, secrets from the East. The path of perfection, yoga for the modern age. Krishna consciousness, the topmost yoga system. The perfection of yoga. Renunciation through wisdom. Teachings of Lord Chaitanya. The nectar of devotion, translation and commentary. The nectar of instruction, translation and commentary. Perfect questions, perfect answers. Elevation to Krishna consciousness. Light of the Bhagavata. On the way to Krishna. Shri Ishupnishad. Transcendental teachings of Prahlad Maharaja. Mukundamala Stotra, translation and commentary. Narda Bhakti Sutra, translation and commentary. Chanting Hare Krishna. Krishna, the reservoir of pleasure. Krishna consciousness, the matchless gift. The Hare Krishna challenge, exposing a misdirected civilization. Meditation. Lord Chaitanya, his life and teachings. Teachings of Lord Kapila, the son of Devahuti. Back to Godhead magazine. This is a devotional magazine sharing insights on Bhakti Yoga, devotion to Supreme Lord, and timeless wisdom from the Vedic tradition. Chant and be happy. Teachings of Queen Kunti. Selected verses from the Vedic scriptures.